Hi guys, welcome to the second M&T podcast. We talk an absolute bunch of shit in this one.
Literally.
But first, I will introduce the other half of the M&T. I'm clearly the T, he is the M. And a fun fact, which I prepared this week, thank God.
Well done.
Matthew Charles Bennett once ran a bar at a strip club in Essex.
Wow.
Make of that what you will. I'm not going to expand.
No, neither am I. Yes, I did. Thank you for that. Best job I ever had. Thank you. My name is Matt. I have to introduce now the T of the M&T. She does make a cracking cup of tea.
You can't use that every week.
I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
Shut up. Tiffany never, ever
Oh, God.
makes an animal noise
No.
on demand.
No, that's so true.
Never.
Can't stand it.
Never.
Can't do that.
But recently has really enjoyed, with no prompting whatsoever, to make this noise. Absolutely no reason why.
It's when I find something like tasty.
Yeah, which is so if she reads a menu, which is every day, and or is thinking about dinner, she just goes. But if you ask her to make an animal noise on demand,
It's not going to happen.
She refuses.
Have you ever made a noise like a turkey? Oh my God.
Anyway,
This week we talk about staycations. We talk about where we are, which is on a staycation. And what else do we talk about?
football.
Oh yeah, a little bit of football.
We also answered questions from people that they sent through, which was great.
Which was amazing. So we hope you enjoy episode 2 of the M&T podcast.
Enter the amazing theme tune that we have selected, which I'm going to put a little bit more in because I don't think that people are appreciating it enough.
Oh my God, someone comment and say you are. Okay, here we go. The M&T podcast, episode 2.
See you in the episode.
All right, okay, let's begin. I think it's your turn to open the wine.
Oh, it is. Let me put my mic down.
How exciting. What do we have?
Right, well, before I open it, we've got I can't read that.
Try.
Cuveé Sabourin.
Lovely.
Cuveé Sabourin Blush. That's all that it says. It looks nice. You picked this one because of the colour, didn't you?
Yeah, it was very blush, and I liked the simplicity of the front label.
Quality branding. It's from France. And it's the 2019.
What are we going to get notes of?
A bouquet of gooseberry blackcurrant aromas combined with a refreshing and fruity palate with a long pineapple aftertaste.
Pineapples are pretty... Right, pour it, because I need to taste it.
I'm saying right now, that's bullshit. But
Okay, pour away, my friend. For those people watching on YouTube, firstly, listen. That sounds delicious. But for those people watching, we're actually having to pour these into tall tumblers because we're on a staycay this weekend, and I asked for 2 wine glasses to be delivered to the room, and they brought us 2 tumblers. So... winner. Do you need some ice?
no, I'm fine, thank you.
All right.
Got the obligatory splash.
Splash of Sprite. Diet this time. Watch it.
It's actually 7-Up.
Oh, sorry, branding.
Same. But cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to episode 2.
And if anyone's listening with us, cheers to you. Drinking with us, I should say.
That's nice. I like that.
Not sure there's any pineapple.
I haven't got a sniff of gooseberry.
You can probably hear my ice rattling around as well because we had a pre-podcast vodka.
Yeah. And you've still got the remnants of your ice cubes in the glass.
Sorry for the jingle jangle of the ice cubes. I think we should probably start by thanking everybody that listened to the last one.
You could almost spend the whole of this podcast
just talking about
the last one. Episode 1 went out. It's been really positive, right?
Yeah, and we've had some really good feedback, and we actually really appreciated, I think, the people coming to us and actually saying something.
Yeah.
Like say, I don't want to toot our own horn, but saying that we sound good together and we bounce off each other, and yeah, it's been super positive so far.
Let me put it this way.
How many Apple Music reviews do we have?
This week, I've even done a podcast workshop for somebody who wanted to know how to make a podcast.
That is
one
true.
episode in. I mean, that is...
We're pros.
Well, I think so.
I think so. I'm going to see if we've got any more reviews. We did start with one.
Well, when this went live, when last week's went live, we were only on Spotify.
Yeah, but now we're on
Apple, which obviously takes a little while because they do have to approve and things like that. But we're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on the YouTubes. And yeah, so far, so good.
So if you are listening on Apple, and even if you're not, go on to Apple Podcasts, tap the little 5-star rating. I've realised that I've put ice in my mouth because I normally crunch it.
You know how you didn't want to do ASMR?
We now are.
We're now an ASMR podcast,
so yeah, if you could go on there and rate it, that would be great. And, some algorithm will do something. But I did receive some feedback that I haven't told you about yet.
Okay, cool.
So I am going to whip out my notes and let you know. So we had you can guess who this was as well, if you like. We had a request to, instead of drinking a bottle of rosé, to drink a bottle of gin. See how it goes. That's literally what I have written down.
Someone has suggested that
Well, instead of drinking a bottle of rosé in our podcast, we drink a bottle of gin.
I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Be hours and hours long. You could guess who it is?
Is it a gin lover? Are
yeah,
they notoriously
of course. Notorious ginny.
So is it someone from Table 8?
It is someone from Table 8.
Is it Alice?
Yeah, good guess. Yeah,
is she
Alice
still
did
trying to get
say
rid of that bottle of gin that she doesn't want? Is that what she suggested?
Yeah, the bad tasting one. She'll send. I can't remember what it was, but she'll send it to us.
Let's put it this way: if people send us something, we'll drink it, whatever it is.
Exactly. And in last week's podcast, we obviously spoke about Whispering Angel sponsoring this entire thing. It will happen. It did make some people order some. So some people got some Whispering Angel in because we mentioned it. But one person went on Amazon and went, oh, it's so cheap, $14.99, ordered a bottle, realised she only ordered a half bottle.
Oh, cute.
Who do you think that is?
Someone dumb.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I don't know.
It was Jade.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
My little sister ordered half a bottle of Whispering Angel.
Do you know what? It's half a bottle
Amazon.
more than we've got.
That is true. I did pick it up off the shelf the other day and put it back down because it was too expensive.
Well, let's put it this way then. We're 2 episodes in and our words have encouraged people to go out and buy a certain brand. I think that brand need to get on board.
I just did ice again. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I'll do it quickly.
Who has wine in their
There was ice in the glass from the vodka.
I know.
I also did, on this, we checked in today and I have been down to the pool and I did have a couple of glasses of wine down there. I did order ice because it got warm very quickly and I didn't want to drink it too fast, so I just whacked some ice in there. So ice in wine is okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
So what else from last week?
I had a comment that said, when your ex laughs at your podcast, you must be onto something.
Oh, there you go.
So that was quite funny. I like that people are laughing along with us.
I doubt very much any ex of mine is listening to this.
No?
But hi, if you are.
Hello. Hi, exes.
Hello to exes. Yes, we're still together. And yes, things are still going well.
And obviously, we have other feedback that we've already shared with each other, and it was all really, really positive. And then we put out some requests on what to talk about this week and questions that people may have. So do you have anything that's come up?
Not really.
Wow.
People don't interact with me massively on social media. They're not like with you. I think right back early on when we first just bought one piece of equipment and we were weeks away from making something, I think I put something out and people were like, oh, well, we'd love to sort of know what your next step in life will be and what's your career going to look like. And we're going to cover that at some point, I think.
Yeah, true. So in the last week...
I'm sorry, I've already burped. I kept
is your
it in. I
problem?
kept it in really well, but it's what
You're such a dick.
what I love. A lot of people have commented on the burp from last week.
It was disgusting. You
And yet
can't
people
put that
keep
in
listening.
people's ears.
Well, you can, and I did, and they still listen. So
Jesus. So I got a couple of things to talk about this week. But one thing that we actually started talking about the other day and stopped ourselves, and I think that should be number one, is...
Well, before you get into that, what I have loved this week already is that I've got home from work, we've sat on the sofa, we've got something on TV, and we literally do what we're doing now. We've maybe cracked open a bottle of wine, and we've got chatting, and we've realised it's quite a good conversation, so we stop. Like, oh, no, we can't waste this.
We'll talk about this on the
Let's
podcast.
not waste conversation. We spend 6 days not talking to each other now, just in case we waste good conversation, which I think is hilarious.
Sounds about right. But we did stop this particular conversation.
I can't remember what this is.
Oh,
so this will be
well,
fun.
and you guys who are listening, please comment or, send us a message on your decision. It is, would you rather a human-sized dough ball or a dough ball-sized human?
I remember this now.
Yes.
So, how the hell did we get on to talking about dough balls and whether they're human-sized?
I don't know, but I think it's a very good point. Like, if you had a human-sized dough ball, that's a lot of
to
dough.
Have one to eat.
Do you get like the garlic butter to go with it and the tapenade?
I always think that the problem with a dough ball, I do love a dough ball.
And a tapenade.
I love a tapenade and a garlic butter.
Mm.
That's the sort of thing that could easily go alongside a bottle of wine.
Oh,
I don't
God.
want to eat.
Hold on, this bottle of
It
wine
says
on
it's
the
good for
back says
barbecues.
served chilled to accompany any aperitif, salad, barbecue, and Italian food. So that includes Pizza Express.
Pizza Express. So dough balls, I think, are cracking, but they don't stay warm for very long, do they? I always think they get room temperature very quick. Now, if it was a human-sized dough ball, you're only going to enjoy probably...
You could share it. It's not. It doesn't
With
always
how
have
many
to just
people?
be you. I don't know. Maybe we've got a group round for a barbecue with some of this wine. Yeah,
Okay, and so the alternative is to have a dough... What, as a pet?
a dough ball-sized human,
human.
like a sidekick, not a pet. Because I feel like they would then still have the power of a regular-sized human. Stop burping.
I didn't.
They would still have the power of a regular-sized human. So you could sit them on someone's shoulder and they could punch them in the face.
You're thinking Ant-Man, aren't you?
Basically, I want an Ant-Man, but he's like super strength.
Wow.
Favourite Marvel film? Go.
Black Panther.
Oh, so many people will disagree.
I know. Either that and
And
get
your
this,
second one
my
is even
second one
worse.
could be, and this is what causes, I think, a good debate and argument. Because I say Black Panther's my favourite Marvel film. People go, that's ridiculous. Surely your alternative must be Endgame or Infinity War or something like that.
Or something good.
No, it's not. It's Doctor Strange.
No, it's Doctor Strange. Of course it's Doctor fucking Strange.
Either Black Panther or Doctor Strange
Wow.
are my
Okay.
favourites. And I think they're both just massively underrated.
I think that is exactly what they are. They are underrated.
What's yours? Go.
Like, obviously, Iron Man. Favourite.
1, 2 or 3.
One.
Okay.
But then Endgame and Infinity War.
I think Infinity War is better than Endgame. I've said this.
Yeah, you
many
have said this
times.
multiple times. So let us know. I'm sure a lot of our friends and people that are listening don't give two shits about Marvel. But we saw Endgame in the cinema twice and I cried the entire time.
Yes, you did.
I
What are
am
you looking at your phone for now?
because I'm finding the next one. Andy Brickett, my brother-in-law, did put something on our Facebook page. Would you guys rather be eaten by a shark or mauled by a bear?
Okay, so I thought about this one probably at length.
That's a bit too much to think about it, to be fair.
I
I haven't even thought about it until now.
I'm absolutely decided, give me the bear any day.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a lady. If Backstreet Boys want to come on the podcast at any point.
Oh my God, no. Did you see their live stream thing? They did like what Take That did.
mimed and just made twats of themselves online. Well done. The reason I've picked bear, firstly, my family will know I've had a phobia of sharks forever.
But you love them.
I am obsessed with them. I love to research them. I like to watch documentaries about them, films about them.
That's not a phobia, though. If you can look at them.
It's not a phobia to look at them. But put me near the ocean, and I basically assume that as soon as I'm in the sea, I'm going to be eaten by a shark.
Whatever sea that may be.
Absolutely. I could be at Southend, and I'm like, well, hold on. There has been one reported case of a great white shark
in the last 100 years.
In the last 100 years.
Yeah.
The reason I've gone with bear is because I think being attacked and eaten by a shark, you have the added fear, the fact that you're in water as well.
Sea.
Yes, the sea. You were going Spanish, I was going literal.
You're a bellend.
So I think already that's fairly terrifying. I also know, you've opened Pandora's box here.
Christ, this is the rest of the podcast, guys. Leave now.
Sharks ordinarily, if they attack you, do it because they've done it by mistake. They think that you're food. They realise very quickly that you're not. But the only reason that they find out that you're not is they bite you, and obviously that makes you bleed to death.
Oh, so they never fully eat a person.
Very rarely does someone just get sort of eaten by a shark. You get bitten and you bleed to death in the sea.
Oh, that's nice. We're going to have to get off this conversation pretty quick.
And although I don't think that being mauled by a bear is any sort of...
I feel like the death would be quicker.
Could be, but I've also seen Leonardo DiCaprio, suffer quite a lot following a bear attack.
He did suffer, but then he slept in a horse or something, I don't know.
And he won an Oscar. So
finally,
it's got to be worth it to be attacked by a bear.
Indeed.
Here's to that.
Drink to an Oscar.
Did you think about your answer?
I've thought about it since you started talking about your answer, because I didn't look at it before. I don't like the ocean anyway. I don't like jumping off of boats. I don't like being in the sea.
So you're going with bear?
Probably going to go with bear. I feel like the death would be quicker. It would be over and done with. And that's it. Yeah,
Can
pretty
I just,
quick.
To sort of end this question, and it's a great question, Andy. Thank you for sharing it. Because it really did get me thinking. But
Clearly.
As my brain went further and further, I realised that there is a third worse option, and that is crocodile/alligator. And the reason I think that is they just sort of rip you apart, drag you to the bottom of the river and drown you.
So you have been bitten
drown.
and then you drown.
Yeah, in the jaws of an animal, helpless.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too good, I don't think.
So given the choice out of those three, alligator, shark or bear, I'm going bear every day. Every day.
Every day you want to go bear.
Yeah, give me the bear.
Okay, I'm glad that one's over. I did have another one which was slightly more serious, actually.
Wow, okay. We don't do serious.
No, but we'll try. Frankie wrote on my Instagram and asked, what do you do if you try something in business that doesn't quite work out, and therefore your not happiness, and therefore your morale is down.
Okay.
So you tried something in your new business, for example, I've started mine, and if I tried something and it went wrong, how do you bring yourself out of it, and how do you carry on with, I guess, your dream of what you're trying to do?
Give up and do something else.
Wow.
No,
okay.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I know you are.
Joking. That's a good question.
Yeah,
I guess
because it's difficult.
We're both at very, very early stages of our own businesses. I've got Lavello. You've got your whatever you call it. Well,
TiffanyBennett.com.
TiffanyBennett.com.
Lovely.
There's plug number one. Well done.
Tiffany-Bennett.com.
And I guess, in Lavello, I think we've already made decisions that maybe didn't go quite right or didn't go how we wanted them to go. And I think you just have to sort of realise that it's part of the journey to make some mistakes. I actually quite like that we try things, it might go wrong, but you learn from it, and therefore you can tweak it, change it, and do something different. The whole reason and idea behind setting up our own thing is kind of to go through those ups and downs. And at least from a personal perspective, my entire career has been at Apple, where sure, there's been ups and downs, but I've always been protected by the fact that Apple's business generally always goes well. And I'm actually looking forward to things not always being easy or perfect or fixable, and that you kind of have to be brave enough to go, that didn't work, but I'll learn from it and I'll try something different next time.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Sorry. I think it's always a lesson. If something doesn't go right, or like you put a pitch out that doesn't land, or you quote someone that then doesn't go with you for some reason, like that's kind of really basic stuff. I feel you will always learn from it. And I think in a business, however, whatever stage you're at, I think then you will learn and you'll move forward. And yes, sometimes it might be a big hit, like something might cost a lot of money or cost you, that month's rent, or like, when you think about it in that sense. But I do think you just have to really pick yourself up and keep going. And that's kind of what proves, people can do it. And that's that's the difference between people that do give up and don't bother and the people that do end up becoming successful at the end of the day.
People pick the easy route, right?
Yeah.
And you stick with what's easy and what's safe, and that might be really good. I mean, let's be honest, we have a good lifestyle that is safe and easy.
We could have stayed here easily.
And it's, a lot of people have sort of gone, why are you giving up what you're giving up? And it's not that we're giving up, and it's not that I'm actually looking to go and I want a better life or anything like that, because we've got things pretty good here.
Yeah.
But what I'm actually looking for, that kind of sense of adventure, to try things will go wrong, things will go well, but I'm kind of excited about that. And
me too.
I already know that there will be pitfalls, I know that there will be mistakes, I know there will be months where maybe we're like, oh, how are we going to pay the rent and things, but I like that pressure. I'm excited about that. So to me, it's part of the story. No successful person has ever got there without making mistakes and without
100%.
having to readjust or go down a different route. So I think you just got to know that it's going to come and be ready for the next thing.
Nice.
Good question.
That was a good one, right?
That was a bit serious. I feel as if we need to move on to something.
I know. I feel like I wanted to do like a...
Do you know what? After that, I'm just going to top up.
We need some more wine for that one. It's not proper gluggy, is it? Like last
was at the
week.
beginning.
I like the glug. That's fine, thank you. Would you like a splash with that, sir?
Yes, please. I love a splash.
Do
you have any other questions or things that came through from the peeps?
I don't think there was anything else that came through that I haven't already noted down.
Okay.
Because I did make a few notes.
Well, let's end that section there then.
Yeah,
just with a
thank
you to everyone who has listened. I know a lot of people have sort of grabbed me and gone, oh, well, I've listened to it. They maybe haven't sent us a message, or they maybe haven't... I'm just going to unlock my computer, make sure that it's still recording, which it is.
Smashing.
So just thank you for listening already, and thank you for sending things through to us. We want to
and
interact.
We'll keep that going on for sure. Every week
will.
we'd love people to come in and kind of, even if it's a stupid question, like the first three.
Like everything that we got this week.
We would love to hear from you guys, and that you're listening as well. I love receiving WhatsApp messages going, I've just listened to your podcast. I can't believe Matt burped like that. I could imagine your face when that happened.
No one has said that. Only you've got a problem with it.
I got a message that's saying, I can imagine your face when Matt burped. And I was like, well, you should have seen it on the YouTube. So I'm actually glad that there is video evidence of these conversations that can be later used in a tribunal.
Oh, okay. All right. God, that escalated. God. Why are you divorcing your husband? He burped on a podcast once. Wow. Didn't realise you took it that seriously.
Explain why we're actually here in the new location.
I guess we ought to, really. So again, for those who are watching on the YouTube, thank you very much. We're on a staycation. We did mention last week that you're booking every staycation you possibly can before we leave.
Indeed.
It's 3 weeks until we leave the country,
3 weeks
2 weeks
tomorrow.
until I finish work, and you've booked in Staycations. This one is the Rixos Premium JBR Dubai UAE.
I was wearing the robe, and I thought I should actually get dressed.
Oh, it would have been lovely. We're in a lovely room right now. I'm going to try and describe it. We've got a view out over the sea. We can see the Dubai Eye. Is that what it's called?
Dubai Eye and Blue Waters Island with Caesar's Palaces.
And as we record, it's 6:00 in the evening. The sun is setting. We're going to have a cracking sunset this evening.
Yeah, and there's loads of boats out, which is nice because they're allowed out now at like 50% capacity or whatever. And yeah, it's nice to look out the window and see the pool and see the sea and a different view.
I think what I liked is today when we got in the car, because it's the weekend, we're away, we've got a couple of days here, is we got in the car and you sort of put the sat-nav on so that we could get here successfully, because Dubai roads.
Yeah.
And we're 11 minutes away from a holiday. And
that
is
was
definitely
nice.
something we're going to miss about Dubai, I think.
Yeah, but I think in Ibiza we're going to have so many chances. We can go up to like the north of the island to the spas and like spend a weekend there. Just pop to a little boutique hotel in the country. That I found some really good stuff.
We like doing these.
I think it is good as well because it stops the monotonous day by like if we were still at home today, we'd just be sat at home. We haven't got anything going on, and basically I've just picked a bunch of deals. Like for example, on this one we're getting like some of the money back in resort credit so that we can have dinner tonight and go out, and then tomorrow we're going to go to the beach club for the day and just chill.
I was talking with guys at work during the week because it was somebody at work's like anniversary, and they were talking about like what they'd got their other half for their anniversary and things like that. And we just got talking about like sort of what sort of things do you buy each other and things. But
we always do like experiences.
We would much rather like not buy each other anything, and we'll just spend the money and go to a nice hotel for 1 or 2 nights.
Yeah.
And just spend that time together.
Also selfishly, like I do that very selfishly with you. I'm like, happy birthday, I've bought us a staycation.
Yeah,
that
you
means
do
I
well
get
with that.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do like...
I'm still waiting for our anniversary
Let's
present.
do dinner in the sky. I'm like, because I get to go as well. So I always do something that benefits me.
Yeah, I mean, story of your life.
Yeah, it's got me where I am today.
You only do things
that benefit me.
That benefit you. Oh, well, I mean, good for you.
I said I'm going to buy you an anniversary gift. It just can't be shipped from America yet.
I'm waiting for it.
America.
So yeah, staycations are what we like to do.
It's a great thing to do in this country as well.
I would like to know, because we've done a few.
No.
What's your favourite staycation we have ever done?
God, this means I actually have to remember them.
Yeah.
Like staycations.
You spent so long this week writing down questions for me, thinking, I'm going to trip him up.
So smart.
And there you go. There's a question. What's your favourite staycation we've ever done?
My favourite one is probably the one we haven't done yet because we can't get to Abu Dhabi.
Oh, but let's talk about that one in a minute. What's the favourite one you've ever done?
Okay. I very much enjoyed going to Fujairah.
Which one was Fujairah?
It was we stayed at the Fairmont, but it had the Lava Beach Club, the orange pool.
Yes, I did like that one.
That was very fun because you drive through the mountains to get there and stuff, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or Hatta.
Obviously.
Hatta was a great one. There's a vlog about that.
There is. I think, the Hatta vlogs are
Hatta was a good one because it was super chill, but we got really drunk on rosé.
For people who don't understand maybe sort of what we're talking about here, in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, there are many different places that you can go to that aren't just Abu Dhabi or Dubai. And so Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, Hatta, they're all places that we've been to. I'm going to say Hatta as well.
Yeah.
It was just a fun one. It wasn't maybe the most glamorous. It wasn't the best hotel we've ever stayed in.
No. Those rooms were cute though.
Yeah, it was all just
lovely. But we
lovely.
got up for like sunrise walks. We did like a hike.
Yeah, it was great.
Went to the top of the hill for sunrise, got the drone out. That was
and it was just
good.
So different to being in the city. Because it was up in the mountains.
Very much in the
fresh
mountains.
Air, very quiet, very dark at night and things. It was... I like things like that.
That's a good one. Is that that's your favourite one as well?
I'm going with Hatta, yeah.
Lovely. Going back to the staycation that should have been and hasn't been as yet, I booked it's a Rixos as well, isn't it?
It is. It's another Rixos.
I booked the Rixos Premium on Sadia Island in Abu Dhabi. Sadia Island is what it says, an island just off of Abu Dhabi, but the beaches are really beautiful. There's always like dolphins and stuff there and really, really nice hotels. And I booked a 2-night staycation for Matthew and myself for our birthdays this year. So my 30th and your, 45th?
Fuck off.
And I booked these nice pool access rooms, so you walk out onto your own terrace and you can literally get in your private pool that then connects onto the main pool. And that was April, and we still haven't managed to go.
Beginning of April.
It was the 3rd of April.
We were supposed to go in the first week of April.
And we still haven't been able to go because of, obviously, coronavirus. And
it is now mid-June.
And we currently can't even get into Abu Dhabi because of the rules at the moment.
It's one of those, it's a staycation that was supposed to be lovely, and we've rearranged it five times because we can't cancel it, we can't refund it. They can only rearrange it, which I totally respect and I get. But we're very quickly running out of time, and as it is right now, it can't be moved again.
It can't be moved again because it's on the last week of us being here.
The last thing that we do, we actually move out of where we're living
to go there,
to go on the staycation, and then the next thing we do is we go to the airport.
Yeah,
and we go wherever.
Exactly
we go.
that. So it will happen, and it's like this all-inclusive staycation. So you literally check in, and that's it. Food, drinks, fun. All inclusive.
At this point, guys,
Dolphins,
we just need everyone to cross their fingers.
Please
for
cross
us.
Everything that you have.
Pray to whatever God you
Eyes
pray to.
included.
Everything that we finally get to.
We will get there. I can't wait. Yeah, so it will happen. I keep checking the laptop.
You're looking at the laptop a lot.
I keep checking the laptop because of something that John Ashmore, your best friend, said. And I did jot it down as well when we met the other day. He said, it's not about what you say, it's about how it sounds. So I'm just checking that the levels are good.
Yeah, but you do know that John Ashmore is the most boring human in the world.
But he kind of knows what he's talking about. And he was like, you have ordered stands, haven't you? And yes, we have, but we still don't have them. And I'm still holding this in my hand. But the stands we have...
I'm turning the screen off.
The stands we bought, would that even work in this situation?
Probably not. But, we're flexible. We can provide a prop...
What?
We can provide
Do you want to try that again?
a podcast from wherever we happen to be. And if that means that we have to handhold, we handhold. I am conscious, I think it's 28 minutes that I need to reset the camera again.
I forgot all about that.
So I'm going to do that.
Oh, no, that might have stopped already because you started recording a few minutes before we actually sat down. Oh, I hope it hasn't messed up.
I need to change the battery on it.
Has it run out completely?
Yeah. It might have not recorded everything.
Wow. How did you check the battery when you set it up? It was fine. Right. The look on Matthew's face right now is that he didn't change the battery from last week's recording. Therefore, we're not really sure how. Oh my God! If it's not going to go on YouTube this week,
what?
We'll just put the audio over the I don't know, the cover photo I make or something.
There will always be an option.
There is always an option. You should see him. He's moving quick on his feet here because he knows that I'm just rambling on until he can sit back down again. Is that recording already?
Yes. I am like a Formula One pit stop, changing batteries.
Like those ones in cars?
Yeah, if you want to go to a kid's film
they're
as your
cute.
point of reference, then yes,
So,
I was like the little things in cars that change tyres really
Yeah,
fast.
I like them. What are they called? They have names, no?
What?
Those little cars in cars that change the
little cars in cars?
Are they called pit and stop?
They could be, I don't know.
I'm going to have to Google it, guys.
What's your favourite Pixar film? Go.
Up.
Wow, okay. That was very instinctive. Well done there. You didn't think about it. You went with Up. Talk to me about why you picked Up.
I think I've discussed Up with somebody the other day and it's in my brain. But Finding Dory... if I'm given time...
You're thinking.
If I'm
why
given
did
time,
you pick Up?
Because it's actually really sad. God, that makes me sound great, doesn't it?
I picked it because it's sad.
But it is, isn't it? It's very sentimental is the word I'm looking for.
It's a cute film. That montage at the beginning.
That montage,
if you didn't cry, you're basically dead inside.
I have no emotions. But there might have been a glisten in my eye.
So far, Tifla, you've admitted that you cried to Endgame endlessly. You've admitted that you cried to Up, and then you're like, I don't have emotions.
We had to make an agreement when we went in to watch Endgame because I knew that I'd probably cry. And
it was obvious that you'd cry because we knew that someone was probably going to die.
But we had to make an agreement. I was like, you cannot take the piss out of me at any point during this film.
No, it wasn't funny.
No,
it wasn't funny.
What?
That you were crying. You were invested in these characters
100%
for years.
If you think about how many years, when did Iron Man come out?
I don't know.
Going to Google that right now.
You've spent most of this podcast on your phone. It's like
it's like
honest,
real life.
It is like real life.
2008.
Okay, so for
11 years.
11 years,
Invested. I was trying to find the name of the Cars and Cars, but I think that
It
moment's
doesn't
over.
matter. Everyone knows what you mean. Okay, well done for picking it up. I didn't think
Yeah,
that you
that's a
would.
great... What's your favourite?
I'm going to go Coco.
Oh, I forgot about
Controversial,
Coco.
I know, because a lot of people will go with the originals, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, things like that. But
Finding Dory, though, opening scene.
cracking. But Coco, again, I think what people are going to learn from me is I pick what no one else picks. So I've gone with Black Panther or Doctor Strange, and now for Pixar, I'm going with Coco.
But
which
not a lot of people have
"No!"
seen Coco.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
But if you've
My
seen
sisters
it,
watched it
if
and
you've seen
cried.
it, exactly. If you've seen it, you will understand why I've picked it.
Cried at the end. Oh,
But a lot of people don't see it.
that is upsetting.
Because it's not sort of one of those big headlining Pixar films. But if you have seen it, you will totally get why I'm saying that that's probably my favourite Pixar film.
Nice. Quick question. How's the wine?
I think the wine's good.
It is a light blush, and I do love the colour of it, and I would have preferred it in a wine glass, but it tastes good.
You pick wine based, particularly rosé wine, you pick it based on the colour and nothing else, don't you?
Colour and
So
the
almost-
label. I like a
If
label.
it's almost a white wine, but with a tiny pink blush to it, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll have that.
I also
But you
have a-
don't drink white wine.
No, but I've actually was mentioning this. I was at the barbecue yesterday. Not barbecue. I was at the villa yesterday with Emma and Demi, and I want to start drinking white wine. I want to because this is my reasoning.
Oh, wow.
When people are sat drinking a rosé, I believe they are seen to be common.
Wow, you think rosé is a common person's
I
wine?
think it's a fad because rosé has come in over the past few years and been that thing that girls drink.
It's
Rosé all day.
It's a younger person's drink.
Yeah.
I mean, we even said last week, it is like a soft drink.
It is a soft drink. And therefore, I would like to appear more grown up by drinking
Wow.
white wine.
Well, I
If I
drink
could have
red.
a night... So, in Selling Sunset on Netflix, which everybody is obsessed with right now,
shit.
all they ask for is a Sauv Blanc. So maybe I could just be a Sauv Blanc kind of person.
Don't ever use
Say
those
Sav.
people. No, shut up. Don't ever use those people as like an inspiration.
What, I can't have a zebra at a party?
Don't ever say I want to be more like those people. They
I don't
are
wanna-
awful people.
Oh,
I hate
you are
them.
going to get some comments.
Well, bring them on, and I'm right, and they're wrong.
Wow.
They are assholes, every single one of them.
That in your ears. I know that was a terrible sound of me laughing then.
Okay, so let's talk about Tiff's laugh. We're moving on slightly. You would have just heard that. If I can, I'll sample it. And it's very much a... I think that sounds so much like a velociraptor out of Jurassic Park. It's unbelievable. You do sound like a
That's my
velociraptor out
natural
of Jurassic Park.
laugh.
You are like just
a dinosaur.
A dinosaur.
So I should be drinking Sauv Blanc. And who says
Well, because
Sauv?
the dinosaurs did?
No, because older people do.
Oh, okay.
But also, who says Sauv? It's Sauvignon.
Exactly. Don't be those people.
Oh, just get me a jug of
So
sangria.
you're going to learn to drink more white wine. You don't like it, but you're going to
It's not that I don't
power
like it.
through.
I don't think I found one that I do like. So I think I should now try all the... But I bought rosé for the next 3 weeks of podcasts, which was another thing. Some people said that they would like to know what we're drinking and
Yeah.
therefore be able to drink it with us. So I think we should put a poll up on whether we should release the wine before we record the
Okay.
podcast.
Well, let us know,
What do you think
people.
about that?
I'll tell you
Well,
what,
should we do a poll?
this feels like a really good moment to say, like we did last week, that if you're still listening
Whispering Angel.
and you feel like you want to interact with that question that Tiff just put out, which is,
Ooh,
do you want to...
wine glass emoji.
I need you to send either me or Tiff a wine glass emoji with, and that is not only you acknowledging that you're still listening, but it's also you saying, yeah, you should
Wine.
tell us what you're drinking so that we can drink the same. While we're on that topic, and we really are dancing around the subject today, I cannot tell you how uncomfortable it feels when your parents send you an eggplant emoji.
It was in the family chat as well,
Honestly,
wasn't it?
Right, so obviously it's going to become a thing. I don't know how, but we are going to have people send us an emoji to say, "Yep, I was still listening." I don't know how far we are in now. I think we're probably like half an hour or so.
No, we're at 40 minutes.
We're at 40 minutes. Last week we asked that people, if they were still listening, just send an eggplant emoji.
And I got a few of those.
And so, I mean, we did that.
Normally that would be like unsolicited shit. And I'd be like, why are you sending me?
Well, this is the thing. We did that just in passing. And I kind of forgot about it. 3-4 days later, I'm getting messages that are just an eggplant emoji, which, as we've discussed, is just the emoji for a dick.
I don't know what you mean.
And to receive that from your mother and or father is like, whoa, what are you doing? And then you're like, oh, okay, they've listened to the podcast. Yeah. So this week is a wine glass. We want you to send us the wine glass. That's a bit more
legit. We actually spoke about the different emojis that we might use in the future. And it might be a bit more obscure. Do you remember? We were trying to find weird ones.
Yeah,
like
we want to find ones that people don't regularly use.
But this week is wine glass because we were discussing whether we should release what wine we are drinking that week.
I think it's a good idea. I think
great idea.
Not a bad idea.
Great idea. This should be like the beginning of the podcast. But what have you been up to this week?
I can't believe we're 40 minutes in. And do you know what? You signed up, guys. It is literally us chatting shit. This week has been a busy week of work, but I didn't want to just talk about that. It's been a very social week for both of us.
I'm always social. You're more of a hermit.
I am more hermit, but for both of us this week,
I've left the house a lot. Too much.
That's it. Actually, if you kind of looked at the amount that we've done this week, you wouldn't think that there was any
what else have we done?
Lockdown going on. Well, you've been to the villa twice. So you've socialised.
Oh, for those people that don't know what the villa is, I always call it the villa. I have some friends that live in a villa, and I go there to get a tan and some wine.
Yes, you do. So we
did like a ladies' day.
I've been out for drinks with John Ashmore. We talked about Lavello. We had a bit of a catch up.
Went to the pub where you still had to order food with a drink because of the coronavirus rules.
Yes.
Which have now been abolished. You can just drink.
Now you can go to a pub and just buy drink. And then last night I was out with work people for drinks.
Yeah.
And food.
How was that? We didn't really talk because
it was good.
I was drunk.
You know, it's been nice to just sort of be able to go out with people from work. After work, because we work crazy hours, so we very rarely get that time. And we've really enjoyed just being able to go to a pub, sit down, and just like talk normal stuff and not just talk work stuff. So that was good. And then obviously we're here, so it's been a busy week.
It's nice. Yeah. So I'm basically it's Saturday today recording, and tomorrow is the first day of the week here. But I'm basically staying in out of office so that I can go to the beach club for the day.
Lovely.
I've set everything up to run automatically.
This is the beauty of working for yourself.
Indeed.
And working remotely.
This is the main goal.
I mean, this is a prime example.
I'm going to do some work in the morning.
Yeah, you get up, do a bit of work.
We've got to upload this.
And then you've got the day to yourself.
Indeedy doodles. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, it'll be nice. So we'll chill by the pool tomorrow, get some more tannage. I'm glad that I have a tan before I leave here.
You're doing very well.
I say that considering we're going to a sunny country.
I know.
It's not like we're going back to the UK. We're going to Ibiza.
Yeah, where everyone is tanned.
Yeah.
So if anything, we need a bit more of a tan. This evening we're going to see the football.
I wanted to discuss this. Obviously, the football has restarted for all of, everybody probably knows that by now.
In fact, there are games on right now.
There are games right now. Matthew is an avid supporter of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Can you tell us why?
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
no,
fuck it. Let's get into it.
No.
Do it.
No. We're going to save this for another podcast.
No.
Yes, we are.
Matt's a fan of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and tonight is the first game in 100 days.
105 days since their last Premier League game.
Was I not close enough? 100 actually sounds better.
It does. And again, this is why I can't talk about this now, because I'll just go on, and we're wrapping up. But it is 100 days since their last game, but not in the Premier League. It's 105 days.
Fuck
Exactly. You opened this. So, and in another podcast, I will talk about why I'm a Wolves fan. But I am a Wolves fan.
Do I have to be there?
No, you can fuck off out if you want, and I'll just talk to the peeps myself.
The peeps.
That's what they are.
The peeps.
The listeners.
So tonight we are off out to pub, which is in exactly the same hotel.
Yeah, it's downstairs.
So we just have to go down 26 floors and go to the pub. We're going to Lock, Stock and Barrel.
Yeah,
classic LSB Dubai listeners.
You know it. That's a classic.
That is a classic. And we're going to drink some beers and have some food and watch some football.
Watch some football without crowds.
We are the crowd.
You are the crowd.
I reckon it will be full of avid supporters.
There will be no Wolves support.
Who are you playing?
We're playing West Ham. I actually do feel a little bit guilty because I'm not going to the Dubai Wolves people. But we will be next week or the week after. I can't even remember. I think it's next week, isn't it? For the Wolves versus
So we're
going to
have to record that before we go to the game.
Yeah, because
record before
I'm
the
going to
game.
be blind drunk.
Shall we get Dave on as a guest?
I'd love to get Dave on.
Shall we?
I know that Dave has listened to previous podcasts, so...
Shall we get Dave on as a guest for next week?
The invitation is open. If you would like to come on and talk about
He has
Wolves
to listen
with
to
me
this to
for
find
a little
out.
bit. Yeah, I'm not going to message him.
No.
He's a test.
Great idea.
Dave, open invitation. Dave is the sort of the guy who runs Dubai
Leader
Wolves.
of the pack.
Oh, don't call him that. That'll go right to his head.
I love it.
And yeah, maybe next week we'll just talk about football a little bit. And
it's all right, guys. I will talk about more than football. There will be a football segment.
Okay.
And I will... Oh, no.
45 minutes is bang on about right, isn't it, to finish a bottle of wine?
Bang on about right.
Bang on about-ish.
Wow,
kind of.
Please commit more to that statement.
I'm about as committed to that statement as I am to you.
Whoa!
That's right.
That is not fair. Okay, with that said, and the dregs of the wine in our glasses, do you have any closing statements?
Nope.
For fuck's sake. You have nothing to say. Seriously?
This is the most I speak all week.
I've
just sat here and chatted utter shit for 45 minutes. And no, I don't have a closing statement. I'm not a fucking solicitor.
Why are you divorcing your wife?
Let's go to the closing statement. Fuck's sake, it's not Ally McBeal.
What do you want to get out of the next week?
I want to get out of the next week. I just want to get out.
No.
In the next week, I'm hoping to get a bit more bike riding done because being back at work has made that a bit difficult. So I kind of want to commit to getting a couple of bike rides in, get some more Lavello stuff done. And I'm hoping also to interact with a few more people about podcast stuff. I'm enjoying
that would
the
be really good
interaction that we've had.
Yeah, I love chatting to people. And people that do just message me, like message Matt too, if you know him. Or if you don't, just get him. MC Bennett 1.
At MC Bennett 1 on the
wow, you've taken that long to plug 45 minutes in. You're only just plugging Insta.
Yep. What's yours?
At Tiffy Bennett 1, because I matched you because, branding.
I'm just such an influencer. You just follow my lead.
No.
All right, we're literally talking shit now when we finish the wine. So
cheers
thank you so much.
to the end of another week.
Once again, thank you for listening. Send us your wine emojis and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye.